resides in Jamshedpur. He had his postdoctoral training from GB Pant Hospital, New Delhi, and is a man of many facets. He's a traveler, he is into writing, music, painting, wood carving and photography. He's written 2 books in Bengali on his personal experiences of Afghanistan and Kargil. So, over to you. Please begin for the motion, sir.
Instead of politicians, let the monkeys govern the country. At least they will steal only the bananas. So said Mehmet Muradullah, a Turkish poet. Good evening, moderator ma'am, my worthy opponents, my teammates and ladies and gentlemen. I am here, I am Arup Basu, I am here to defend the motion, and I will not take any personal experiences, though I've had a fairly checkered life in the armed forces, having served in a war and in a war-like country. I've had personal interactions with politics and politicians at a fairly reasonable level, and they were not really pleasant or technical. But I'll not go into that. I'll just come down straight to brass tacks. Now, if you see the word politics, if you see, there are many definitions of it. Now, in these definitions, there are certain words which are common: power, economics, authority. Now, if you combine all these three, and if you give it to any balanced individual, that person will lose his or her mind. There is no doubt about it, because we all know the old adage: power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So in that scenario, we don't expect any ethics in politics. Now we can go on like this, but then I will now travel in time and space, and I will take you to 3 regions of the world, wherein 3 great scholars, what they think about this motion. Let's now talk about this person called Vishnu Gupta. Vishnu Gupta is known as Chanakya or Kautilya. We all know about him, how he displays the Nanda kings. He has written a couple of books, and the most famous is the Chanakya Niti, the Chanakya Sutra. Now what does he say? He said many things. What does he say? He says that the basis of all dharma is earth, wealth. When he is talking of dharma, he is referring to Raj Dharma, the dharma of a king. And he says that even if Indra, the lords of the heaven, if he loses money, he will not be respected anymore. Poverty makes a corpse out of a living man. Combining this saying, you go to the Bible. What does the Bible say? The Bible says that money, the lust of money, is the greatest of all sins. And you combine this, what do you have? Any person at the highest seat of power is rolling in money. Now when you are rolling in money, acquired by any which way you can you ever be ethical? I doubt it. Please ask yourself. Chanakya also says that a person should never be too honest, because straight trees are cut first, and an honest person is punished the first. So, a person has to be crooked in order to survive. When he's talking of the person, he is obviously meaning to the king. You have to be crooked enough to survive, otherwise you will be perishing. Let us now move to the second person. Now, Chanakya was somewhere in, I think, 300 BC. We will now move to the 15th century CE. Let's go to Florence, Italy. A political realist, a political thinker, whose essay is still today revered as one of the best essays of political science. We are talking of Niccolo Machiavelli. Now, Niccolo Machiavelli has written a landmark essay called The Prince. Many chapters in that. I'll just go to chapter 18. He describes the characteristics of a prince, of a ruler. Now, he says that the prince basically has to change color. He has to in order to survive. He says that a prince, I'll quote, The prince has to learn to act like a fox and a lion both. Now, why a fox and a lion? Because a fox is good at detecting traps and a lion can ward off wolves. So a fox is defenseless against wolves and a lion is defenseless against traps. So in order to avoid a trap and the wolves, the prince has to change color. Then only the prince can survive. And he says that it is prudent that a ruler cannot and should never honor his word. See, I am not saying this. This is said by Niccolo Machiavelli and people follow it. A ruler should never ever honor his word, his or her word. And he says that if all good men are good, all men are good, then this precept cannot be applied. But we know that men are wretched creatures, so one has to break its word in order to get the job done. He also goes on to say that the prince did not have good qualities, but should certainly appear to be having them. Now, take this and put it in the politician of today. Now, what is this thing called ethics? Who has said that ethics, what is right and what is wrong? Nobody can decide it. Now, this question was put before Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda answered it in one line. Whatever is selfless is ethical, correct. Whatever is selfish is not ethical, incorrect. Apply this to the politicians. They are only thinking about their own party, their own nation's interest, whether it is the World Summit or the national summits. Nobody is actually really selfless. I will now travel to the third part of the world. We'll talk of Noam Chomsky. He's a linguist. He talks of the governance of the USA. He says that the democracy actually means a government for, by and of the people, but in reality, it means that 70% of the people of America never ever get to voice their opinion in the country's decisions. It is only the top. Should I stop? Okay, I'll just sum it up. It is only the top people who actually influence the country's decisions of the USA by their group money. So such a term is called corporatocracy. Now I will have to sum up, because time is short, but I will not use unparliamentary language, but I will just quote from the late Sir G.B.S. Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw had said that politics is usually the last resort of a scoundrel. He has been contested of late because people have now said politics is usually the first resort of a scoundrel. I rest my case. Thank you.
Sorry? When you have the concept phase, the conceptual ideology of a politician, do you think that changing color is a necessary and sufficient attribute for a politician? What is your opinion according to whatever you have said?
Actually, my opinion is not very significant. I can just get to see whatever is happening in the country. I mean, you have a brilliant 5-star hotel and people walk in there and then suddenly they are in some other party. It's happening in a far-off state, it's happening right next door to our state. So that is, I suppose,
I appreciate it. Thank you.